Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm going to be going over another 10 movies from 1983 that didn't quite make my top 15 favourite movies from that year. So again, these are just 10 movies. For me, there's no particular ranking to this list. It's just 10 movies that I enjoy and have fun with and think that they're pretty good, pretty underrated. Some are well known, some aren't. And yeah, I just have fun with these movies and want to just shed some light on them. So these are 10 movies from 83 that I just enjoy. So that being said, coming up first, we have Krull. So yeah, I was very late to the game with this movie. This, again, similar to kind of Dark Crystal from 82. This was not a movie I grew up with, but I was very aware of it. This has got some fun imagery in the movie. I just really enjoy it for what it is. It's got a pretty good cast as well. To name a few: Robbie Coltrane, Liam Neeson. It's probably got one of the best weapons in any sort of movie as well. But yeah, it's a fun movie. It's got some like I said, some really cool creative imagery that sticks with you and is very memorable. That spider sequence in this movie, I just absolutely love and thought it was fantastic. So it's just a really fun adventure movie, tongue-in-cheek, not to be taken too seriously, fun type of movie. So yeah, enjoy this one for what it is. So that is Krull. So coming up next, we have...
Hello, Hotel Del More? I'd like to make a weekend, please. I'd like to reserve a reservation for a weekend in your hotel a week from Friday. It's Mrs. Christine Rams, Jones. No, not Rams Jones, just Jones.
They want to see your driver's license or something.
Listen, it seems that I was wrong about the name. It's not Jones, it's... Should I my name or his?
Yours.
Ramsey, Mrs. Christine.
His, use his.
Green. Ramsey is my married name and Green is my professional name. Jones was my mother's maiden name. But I'm a graphic designer and I really am married, so that's pretty much my story. Goodbye. How was I?
Terrific.
Private School. So yeah, this is one of these raunchy high school, college movies that would probably never be made today. And yeah, I enjoyed the cast of this one. Matthew Modine, the ever gorgeous and reliable Phoebe Cates in this movie. Yeah, it's just a fun, tongue-in-cheek movie. Like I said, would probably never be made today because of the humour in this film. Very much, cut from the same cloth as movies like Porky's and Revenge of the Nerds. But yeah, it's just daft, silly fun. But it has a fun cast. It's got some sort of a heart to it that I enjoyed. And yeah, it's just daft. It's got some really sort of disturbing, very sort of the time characters in this movie. But I must say, yeah, I had fun with it. It's you can't watch this movie through 2024 glasses because you just won't enjoy it. But yeah, it's fun for me nonetheless. I just get some sort of kick out of it, and I just enjoy the time period that it was made. So yeah, that is Private School. So coming up next, we have...
Over here is your TV camera with a 100-to-1 zoom lens.
Could have used this in Nam,
Could have used something.
Do you think you can fly it? You flew it, didn't you? I'll check you out myself tomorrow.
Be on the pad, 12 sharp.
12 sharp.
Catch you later.
Blue Thunder. So yeah, I was really sold on the cast of this movie. Roy Scheider, Daniel Stern, and Malcolm McDowell as the villain. I was just really, really sold on that cast. But the movie, for me, the finished product was just okay. It was okay. It wasn't anything amazing. It didn't blow me away. But yeah, that cast, man, I couldn't turn this movie down. I thought it was just, on paper, it just sounded so much fun. But yeah, it's a bit of a silly plot. It's like these police are like testing out this new sort of equipment they've got for this helicopter and how to use it. And yeah, it's just fun. Malcolm McDowell is just this cocky, arrogant, horrible person in this movie. And yeah, he plays the role really well. He's just a really good, underrated villain in this film. Someone you absolutely love to hate. So yeah, again, just a fun movie. Not breaking any new ground, not reinventing the wheel. But yeah, I thought this was fun for what it was. So that is Blue Thunder. So coming up next, we have...
Hey, Karen, I got one for you. For as long as anyone could remember, this Indian chief was in charge of naming all the children that were born in the tribe. And one day, this one brave comes up to him and says, "Chief, can I ask you something? How do you name these children? And how do you think of their names?" The chief says, "Well, it's very simple. When a child is born and I see snow gently falling, I say, you shall be called Snow Gently Falling. And when a child is born and I see a hawk flying over, I say, you shall be named Hawk Flying Over. But tell me, two dogs fucking, why are you so interested?"
Silkwood. Now, yeah, similar to Blue Thunder, this has an absolutely amazing cast. Meryl Streep, Fred Ward, Kurt Russell, Cher. Yeah, just to name but a few. But this was a really good drama. I really enjoyed this one. It sort of follows these people who work at this nuclear power plant. Something goes wrong, and Meryl Streep's character gets exposed to radiation. And the movie's trying to find out like whose fault it was. Was it the company's? It's just a really good drama. Really, really enjoy it, and there's some funny humor in this movie as well, which goes a long way in it. But yeah, it's just a good drama with an absolutely exceptional cast. Really, really enjoy this one. So yeah, that is Silkwood. So coming up next, we have...
Traps don't work, you try getting an exterminator.
I called 10 exterminators. You don't even bother to call you back in this
They're
town.
overbooked. This city is an open sewer. The rats are just waiting to take over. You know, interesting thing about rats, they never stop chewing. They gotta grind those teeth down because they keep growing.
Yeah, I know.
That's a fact. They can chew through lead, concrete, anything. I hope it isn't a female.
Why?
They're twice as vicious.
Of Unknown Origin, starring Peter Weller. Yeah, just pre-RoboCop Peter Weller. This movie for me is very much RoboCop versus Splinter. I just, again, enjoy this film. It is what it is. It sort of follows Peter Weller and his family, and there's something in his apartment that we just don't really know what it is. And it's very sort of supernatural, so he kind of wants his family, his partner, and their child to leave, just for their own safety, and he has to stay behind and sort of figure what's going on. And it's very much a mental game for him. We kind of just see him descend into this form of madness, and yeah, it's just a good movie. The creature effects are pretty decent for the time, but yeah, it's Peter Weller for me, man. He's just an actor I absolutely love. And yeah, this movie's very, very underrated. So that is Of Unknown Origin. So coming up next, we have...
Hey, Growl, what are you doing? Make some noise, you not. Yeah, we gotta start the movie. Hey, keep growling. Gee, I think he's bummed out. Stick a pin in his bum, eh? No way. What are you on, Valium? Maybe I ought to crank his tail, eh? That'll start him up. Okay, start up. Come on, eh? Maybe we ought to call Marlon Perkins, eh? Get Wild Kingdom here, eh? Hey, come on. Oh, geez, he's getting mad, eh? Yeah. Oh, geez, we better get going.
Strange Brew. So yeah, this is a funny Canadian comedy starring Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas. Yeah, kind of playing these two brothers, Bob and Doug, who are like the biggest fans of this beer. They just absolutely love it. And one day something goes wrong with one of the batches of beer they've bought. I think something is like shouldn't be in one of the bottles, so they decide to like sue the company. And yeah, it just leads to this outrageous, hysterical adventure. Max von Sydow is just, yeah, great as the villain in this movie, kind of like the head of this brewery. And yeah, it's just a fun movie. Really, really enjoy it. Really, really daft, tongue-in-cheek stuff with some great visual humour to it. And yeah, it's just a fun, like I said, tongue-in-cheek movie, not to be taken too seriously, and it's just a little good comedy. So yeah, that is Strange Brew. So coming up next, we have...
Where you going?
It says come in and browse.
Uh-huh.
May I help you?
No, thank you. Just browsing.
Hey, what do you got in this place? Antiques?
No, those are the customers.
May I help you?
Oh, no, thanks. Just browsing.
How long do you intend to browse?
Well, that lady there. You didn't ask her how long she intends to browse. How come you're asking us how long we intend to browse?
You don't look like browsers.
No, what do browsers look like?
Yeah, maybe I'm half browser.
On his father's side.
Nevertheless, I prefer that you do not browse any longer.
Yeah, well, it's a free country.
Yeah, if these people can browse, we can browse.
Hey, Nicky, let's show the lady we're browsers, huh? Wow. Hey, look at us, we're browsing. Hey, hey, ducks in heat.
Please, that's 18th century.
Hey, folks, better keep browsing or she'll kick you out of here. Hey, look at us, we're browsing.
Is this an odd or an end?
Hey, lady, if I buy 2 odds, will you show us your end?
Security! Security! Security!
Easy Money, starring Rodney Dangerfield and Joe Pesci. I mainly got this film because Joe Pesci was in it, but yeah, I still enjoyed it. I still had a fun time with it. Yeah, it's a good little Rodney Dangerfield movie. Kind of just plays this sort of rotten gambler who's just addicted, and he's about to come into a massive inheritance, I think, from his mother-in-law, and it's just kind of about him sort of coming to terms that he's gonna have to clean up his act. But yeah, it's a fun comedy. It's very, very raunchy in places. I think him and Joe Pesci have, pretty good chemistry in the movie. And yeah, again, similar to like Strange Brew, it's just a good little underrated comedy from the 80s that doesn't really get talked about too much. So yeah, that is Easy Money. So coming up next, we have...
It happened about 3 years ago. One day I came home from school and she was gone. Just that note, $100 bill.
You've been on the street since you were 12?
It was easy. I just put on some sexy clothes and high heels and went out and made a living.
Jesus Christ.
You still don't understand, do you, Andrews? I was alone. I'm a minor. They'd throw my ass in some court and then it'd be foster homes from then on. I am not going to be put in some foster home or some institution or somebody else's home. I am going to stay right here until my father comes back for me.
Until your father comes back?
Yes, damn it, until my father comes back.
What makes you think he's coming back after 9 years?
Angel. So yeah, this is pretty much the first of a trilogy that came out. It is definitely a movie that would never be made today. It sort of follows this high school girl who that's exactly what she is by day, a high school girl, and by night she's this prostitute. And there's this sort of murderer going around picking off prostitutes one by one, sort of within the circle of friends that she's in. And yeah, it's just about her trying to find out who's doing it and stop it before it, before it gets out of hand, which it already is, but it's just catching it before, things get any worse. And yeah, it's just a good little sort of thriller that you would expect from the 80s. It touches on all those things that you wouldn't expect, that you certainly wouldn't see today in movies. But yeah, it's a good little thriller. Really, really enjoy this one for what it is again. So yeah, if you fancy it, give it a go. It's an alright movie. So that is Angel. So coming up next, we have...
Terrific motor, innit, eh?
Yeah. A lot of money, though, innit, John? 200 quid?
Who cares about the money? Gonna make it easier for us to pull the birds.
You never pull the birds.
Well, I will now. I mean, when the birds see me driving about in a fast, flash motor, they're gonna think I'm a fast, flash fella. Eh?
Yeah, but you ain't driving, are you? You're the passenger.
All right. They're gonna think I'm a fast, flash passenger. Stupid, isn't it?
Yeah, stupid. Can I sit up front with you?
No.
Party. So yeah, this for me is definitely like the British version of American Pie. Before American Pie. A lot earlier, definitely. So yeah, this is kind of like a who's who of British actors in this movie. All of them sort of in their heyday, in their prime. A lot of recognisable faces. The plot of the movie is pretty much it's New Year's Eve and this guy's parents are going to be out for the entire night, so he decides to throw a party at his house, and every man and his dog sort of turns up at this party, and it's just about people hooking up with other people. That's the movie. Very, very simple premise. And it just has fun with it, and it absolutely goes with it. Very, very 80s. But yeah, I just enjoyed the movie. Had fun with it. Again, that's why it makes this list. So yeah, just got a great cast, great British setting, early 80s comedy. Yeah, that's Party. So coming up next, we have...
Amy is my daughter's name.
Your daughter's screaming. The house is burning. Your daughter's in the house. It's not too late.
David Cronenberg's The Dead Zone. Martin Sheen, Christopher Walken. Yeah, so this is a good movie. It sort of follows Christopher Walken's character who ends up into this road accident and this absolute tragedy happens for him. But as he sort of enters into this coma and comes out of it, he kind of has the ability to see the future, see bad things happening and try and sort of stop them before they happen. And yeah, it's just got this great concept to it. It's not admittedly one of my favorite go-to movies, this one. I've only seen it a handful of times. But yeah, I'm slowly sort of enjoying it a little bit more each time I watch it. And I do think it's great. I just love that cast. Christopher Walken, I just think is an exceptional actor. And yeah, I think this is one of his more underrated roles. But yeah, I enjoy this movie for what it is. And as I do rewatch it, I am enjoying it that little bit more each time. So wanted to include this on the list. So that is The Dead Zone. So yeah, guys, those are 10 movies for me that I just wanted to shed a little bit more light on from 1983. And I've had fun compiling this list. So going to leave the video there and say, keep your eyes peeled for 10 movies from 1984 that I want to talk about. And yeah, just want to say thanks very much for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.